Okay, so now it's just training, so no problem for that. You can just take your time. Okay, as long as you learn the proper way, that's okay. Okay, the objective, make sure that the standards is that make sure it's based on the HSE. Okay, make sure safety first. Okay, of course, and then the quality, and then of course to meet the time. Okay, quality wise is very important. Okay, reason why, do it once and do it right. Okay, if not you got to rework. That's where you will not meet the time.
So if I know doing this proper timing, so what I need to do.
Okay, so
maybe I cannot complete this by given 10 minutes.
Yes.
So what's I need to do?
Okay, if you cannot, okay, really 11 minutes I give you a chance. Okay, more than that, then I'm sorry, you got to come back again. Okay,
So
but
I
then,
need to do again computer, need to training, then only I
yes,
can.
correct. So I will pass you, you can do it at your own free time. Okay. Okay, so how, like what I said earlier, this is how it comes in. Okay, what you need to do, you got to remove the grip cover. Okay. Okay, and then there's this screw inside. Okay, basically you just screw it. Okay, okay. One thing to take note is that whatever you're doing, okay, for example, you are tightening the screw or maybe cutting, okay, always point out. Okay, so at least you don't injure yourself. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so if you are confident, you can do it like that. Okay, if not, then please leave it on the table. So at least it's safer. Okay, so you unscrew, and then after that you can remove this.
If unscrew or screw, what the hazard we face?
Okay, so there's a chance that, for example, maybe sharp edges, someone point yourself or pinch point, or struck by object. Okay, so that's why I say always point away. Okay, okay, so far okay. Like this. Correct. Okay, yeah, focus. Okay, so the cable wise, okay, leave all this down first. Okay, the cable is very important. Okay, because right now you can see here that the touch is 3 wire. So if you see 4 wire, then it's the wrong cable. So you got to focus on this. Okay, so how the wire comes, right, it's going to be like this. Okay, then you can see the cable inside. Okay, so based on here, okay, they say that you have to recut remove 3 cm. Okay, but then we are using mm, so 30 mm. So what you're supposed to do is take the cutter and cut. Okay, like what I said earlier, cut away from you. It is very important. Okay, so when you're cutting, okay, there's a lot of techniques. But always make sure that try your best not to point to yourself. Okay, so after you cut the 30 mm, okay, you will see this. It will be the same length. So they are different colors. Okay, you can see from here, okay, they mentioned that the brown red is actually live. So
if I take out this outside insulation,
yes.
if accidentally this if touching this wire, the what will happen? I can use or I cannot be.
That's a very good question. So, of course, for electric wise, we don't play with it. So let's say for example, there's a small cut. Okay, no problem. Just cut it away and do it again. It is for safety purpose because you never know when there's current. Okay, when there's supply, things can happen. Okay, so for like what I say, very good question. So just cut it away and start afresh. Okay, so you have this. Okay, so the purpose of this core, okay, like I mentioned, see from picture here, live. Okay, based on the color, it is already mentioned, neutral, and earth. Okay, so the purpose of this tree is to connect to here. Okay, you can see from this plug, right, there's 3 pin. Okay, so you turn to the back. Okay, they mention, okay, live, brown, and stuff like that. Okay, you can see from here. Okay, so in order to connect here, okay, you see that there's a screw here. Okay, let me just remove. Okay, basically the idea is when I try to remove, you point away. Okay, you can see that's coming up. So for example, the earth, right, in order to connect here, okay, how the currents travels, right, is based on the copper here. Okay, so what I need to do, there's insulation here, so nothing can can pass through. So take the cutter, okay, cut about 5 to 10 mm. Okay, then you can see the core. The core is here. Okay, you can see the core here. Okay, once you can see the core, okay, use this plier. Okay, press on it and turn. You don't have to turn too much. Okay, the purpose of this turning, right, is just to hold the copper together. Okay, if not, when you put it in, okay, all this will be split. So that may cause some short circuit and stuff like that. Okay, and it may cause to electrocution and more severe injuries. Okay, so once that is done, okay, so like what I mentioned earlier, based on the marking, you just put it in. Okay, then of course you've got to tighten it. Okay, tighten here, so that this doesn't comes up. Okay, so to ensure that you are doing the right thing, just do a light pull to make sure that it doesn't come out. Okay?
If, one question.
Yeah.
If I terminate these 3 wires,
Yes.
if I need to serial anyone, I can do terminate or I need to maintain the serial.
Serial as in the order, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, order-wise it's not important, but I will emphasize, I will just highlight that maybe start with Earth would be good. Okay, first one should be Earth because Earth is actually the one that protects us. Okay, so any current travels here, it will trip the circuit. Okay, but for now it's not live, but treat it as live. I think that will be a good practice. Okay, that's a very good question. Okay, then after that, okay, so now this is already done. Okay, so you feed in the cover.